My name is Sydney, and my tribe is Navajo from New Mexico. I learned that song from other medicine people in New Mexico or South Dakota. Some of the songs I use, it talks about Shmasando Shiche, grandmother, grandfather. Thank you for teaching me these ceremonies so I could continue to pass it on to friends that want to use this, throughout their life. It talks about the medicine, talks about the medicine. Thank you, Creator, for, bringing positive, you know, outcome for them, for their land, and for whatever they're, cultivating on that land, plants, fruits, medicine, medicine for healing. But when you burn the sage, that invites in the positive spirits. That's why the sage is burned. You kindly ask the negative spirits to leave, because they're always going to be there, because negative spirits are teachers also. I used it in all four directions and prayed with it in that way. That's why I burned that sage.
So today's Friday, March the 11th. Saturday?
Correct.
Friday.
Friday, March 11th.
And we're here in, what's the name of this facility again?
This is Glenwood.
In Glenwood.
Glenwood is the
Fern
Forest.
Forest. And we're here to with Sydney and Jill, the property owner of the house, of the whole property here, and helping them out in the ceremony of their land. I'm gonna leave it to Sydney at this point.
Yeah, she Sydney from the Nasha. This citizen dollars the big Kaya queer and Hilo no Hawaii they at our citizen dollars the use the link the paint the direction it use what citizen dollars the
We're coloring these corners in the four cardinal directions. It's in a circle. Usually you draw the circle, and you put those colors in. The stones that we put into the earth will represent the color of the circle that I just mentioned. Earth prayers are inside the stones. We bury them in that way. That's why we use those stones. The red represents the red nation. The colors red represents like I already said, it represents the north. Represents the blood of the people. The way people have like sacrificed to live this far, or American Indians or Native Americans. It sits on the north side of the ceremony. And the south side, like I just said, it represents the white, the white nation, or it represents where the spirits go when they pass on. That's the south. The black side, sits on the west side of the ceremony. That's just they say that's where the thunder beings, that's where they go. The thunder beings come from the west side, and that represents when the sun goes down, on that side, the west side. Thunder beings are like they're spirits that like bring the rain. The rains, they're beings that bring that bring the rain, that bring the plants to grow. Because sometimes you need water for your plants. to grow, and sometimes it's good to get just natural rain, because that spreads evenly and it'll make your plants more nourished. And the east side is the yellow, the like the circle, it's one big circle, and it's all balanced, it balances, so everything's balanced. East represents the yellow nation, and that's the also represents the lifeline, to your mom. And when you come out of ceremony, you come through that door and break that lifeline on the that direction, the east direction.